What's up, guys? Welcome back to Whetto's World. It's your guy, Whetto, my man, Chef Neff. And on today's episode, we've got my man, TJ, holding it down with StonerTok, the entire cannabis online social media presence that this man's putting on, and everything else. There's a lot of hustle with this man's social media campaign and the advocacy for the marijuana we got going on in New Mexico. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Your guy, Whetto, my man, Chef Neff, and TJ. Let's figure this damn thing out. My man, thank you for coming and hanging out with us here on Whetto's World.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, man. It's been a long time coming. You got a lot going on.
I do.
And we are happy to hear the message. So what's going on, man? What's up?
Yeah, I'm TJ. I run StonerTok Media Group. We're a multifaceted media group. Right now, we're running several projects. We have New Mexico Canada Tourism Association doing tourism, trying to promote tourism with the New Mexico.
Hell yeah, we need it here.
Definitely, absolutely. I'm coming from Colorado and helped in the industry up there, so I'm trying to bring what I learned from there down here. And then we also run South by West Art and Graffiti Magazine, or Swag Magazine, which is kind of just promoting the local art and music scene and all that. So.
Hell yeah. Well, it sounds like you definitely got a lot on your plate. Editorial, social media.
So the main project, which would be our app for stoners, right? We're called StonerTok, and we're currently in our beta. We're about 6 weeks into that. We're about almost 40 users already on it.
Damn, all right. So you built this from the ground up?
For the most part, it's called BuddyPress. It's a WordPress plugin that we found. We raised $3,500 last year on Kickstarter from 75 backers. We were the first app in social cannabis to get funded on Kickstarter.
Hey, that's dope. Yeah, good for you. Congrats on that shit.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Breaking barriers.
Yeah, breaking barriers. We're disrupting the industry and breaking barriers. So,
ain't that the truth?
And yeah, we raised that, and then we took those funds, and I relearned WordPress from the ground up, and started doing all the research and everything I could, because I knew that would be a great starting point for what we had, because we didn't raise enough funds, because obviously it takes hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Oh man, that shit is not cheap.
Yeah, to develop it, and I mean TikTok and Facebook and all them have millions, if not billions, in their development. So we're just a bunch of stoners trying to find a development,
right.
a community, a place that we could go and be safe from our accounts being taken down, and all
against community.
Say it louder for the people
discrimination
in the back.
against cannabis content on social media. And so we joined TikTok in April of 2019, right at the height of the pandemic, and we saw a massive need, and now we're just shy of 10,000 followers.
Damn.
A good chunk of those are actually the higher-end TikTok creators in cannabis. And that's actually where we got the name StonerTok. When we first kicked off, we were SmokeSesh.life. And while we were developing it and trying to gain that following to get the noise to build the campaign for Kickstarter and all that, because we went backwards. We built started a following before putting an application together and then trying to get it kickstarted. Because a lot of people they have an idea and then they don't have any kind of following. And there was 4 or 5 other social apps in cannabis that tried to get started on Kickstarter before us, and they all failed. We came in.
Did you learn from their process and then kind of like
we read through what they were doing, what they did. We saw that they didn't have that following. We saw other projects and how they were successful. And in most Kickstarter projects, they tell you 6 months to a year of marketing before you even consider launching it.
Oh yeah,
there's a lot of grunt work.
You want to make sure that you have the market there to land in, right?
Right, and that's what we did on Kickstarter. So from 2019 to 2020, we worked on that development, and then towards the end of 2020, beginning of 2021, we launched the Kickstarter, and in 60 days, we raised $3,500 from 75 backers. So.
Go ahead, then. Yeah, congrats to that, man. You got a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of accomplishments under you, man. I know you don't exactly spew it out like that. You know what I mean? But that's cool. That I know that's under the surface.
Humble. Yeah, I'm pretty humble about it. And I mean, people have said things, and I try to show that's not me. You can hear things, and that's just not me. Like I was originally born in Texas, and down there we have one thing: we have our word. And if we break our word, nobody's going to trust you after that.
That's your word in your balls.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
Yeah. And I mean, it takes time. We're less than 5 years into this project, and to develop this app, and we're on our second beta. Our first one sucked. I won't lie, it sucked.
We got to learn. That's part of the
Apple
process.
Apple and Android are really hard to get them to play together nicely.
Oh yeah.
So This plugin called Buddy Press, it's been around for a while. Other communities have been built on it, but they finally developed it where now you can put in video. And that was the big thing with our users. They wanted to upload video. The other big thing they want to do is live streaming. Well, we only could give 2 of the 3 that they wanted, a community with video or a community with live streaming, or maybe both. So, yes, we do actually have, right now we have our beta up, which is basically old school MySpace for stoners. It'll eventually become TikTok, a vertical video. We also have the ability to launch a Twitch for stoners.
There we go.
We have an Etsy for stoners, basically already up. That's our retail side right now.
There we go. There we go.
And we do no listing fees, 5% of something else, and it's the lowest across the industry. So right now it's just a bunch of stuff we stock, but
it's to pay for some of that stuff.
Oh,
yeah, it's
And then
the
you get banned when you do it. So I'm sure like all the pains of turning into something that you can turn into a gain on your side of the stuff, and for all the stoners that want to be able to spread their product, show the knowledge, help grow the community within itself, and how to teach others how to grow. So yeah, man, I commend you for that, man. That shit is that's not easy, and you're doing this damn near by yourself, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I've got people across the globe that support the idea and concept, but until something is actually in their hands, which is what we have now, it's packaged right now as what's called a web app instead of a store app. So, but we found recently that we can actually take that and pay and have it packaged into a store app.
There we go.
So
put it on the
we
store
can
app
put
store
them.
shit.
We can put them on both store apps. It's $1,200 to get on Apple, and $20 a year to get $1,200 a year on Apple, and $20 a year on Android.
Jesus.
But we also checks out. But we also were going to have to figure out how Apple is going to allow us to charge our brands, because the biggest part of our platform is our brand subscriptions.
Right.
Because those brand subscriptions is the dollars we take to create not only a QA system to keep illicit sales and illegal drugs and spam accounts and all that, and we verify accounts at the state level with licensees that are cannabis.
Most important, because you don't want to encourage anything.
Right, and we don't want to be
unnecessary.
Silk Road, and that's what we've already seen. Other platforms have come and gone that have had that or gone towards that, possibly leaning towards that.
Yeah, the
illicit activity,
of it and everything,
right?
Correct. Yeah.
So when we built our entire platform, the side of how we were going to fund it, we actually worked with people in Colorado's licensing department and their cannabis licensing, and we're like, hey, how could we make this actually make sense? And then how could we scale that?
Right.
And we did. We found a subscription model is probably the easiest way with cannabis brands, because then because it also fit in the model of us wanting to eliminate pay-per-click advertising and archaic forms of advertising. It doesn't work in the cannabis industry.
Nope. God damn it, don't. And that's such a bitch to work around.
It does.
Honestly.
It does. So traditional marketing doesn't work because of all the regulations and restrictions that's on it. So the only way and the safest way for brands to target their target audiences is to use platform. Well, right, to have a confirmation it's their target audience, 18 plus, 21 plus. 19, I think it is in Canada for some I mean, and if you're a patient underage and you have a medical card, and it takes, like in Colorado, it's like 2 doctors and an underage patient can get a medical card. So yeah, it just depends on your age and all that, and the local regulation. Yeah, right. But it's still, the regulations are there. You can't publicly advertise cannabis in the open to anywhere that could potentially have less than a 75% adult. In some areas, it's more than that percentage of the adult views on that content. So so we have our platform. We charge a subscription. We take those dollars. We verify their licensees. And then we take those dollars, not only pay that QA department, but we're creating a new creator fund. Instead of a fund or creator program, it's a masterclass program.
Oh, okay.
A paid masterclass program. We pay content creators just to be creators on our platform a stipend every month.
There we go.
And right now we're ballparking. When we hit 100,000 brands on app, we're ballparking $2,000 a month for our content creators just to be a content creator in our masterclass program in the first year. And in that first year of that 2-year program, the first 6 months, we're teaching you how to set up an LLC, how to set you up as a business. We set you up with merchandising, how to set up print on demand and on hand merchandising, and we start working with you, getting you to know and educating you via our already experienced content creators. They're creating classes that you're taking online that you can take at your own pace, or on hand. We might do kind of like group classes,
like workshops or something
workshops
like that,
and
yeah.
stuff like that as well. But yeah, a majority of it's going to be on a back end that they just go in and they watch the videos and they go through training on their own. They take quizzes and all that. That's how we know they're succeeding.
They're gonna have certifications and stuff throughout, so they have levels to hit.
We're literally creating new jobs. We're creating new content creators in cannabis for the new age, because in the future, I mean, my goal, not to brag or anything, my goal is that we'll be with Facebook and Twitter and all that.
That's the game plan. Yeah, you
Right,
got to get up
right.
there.
And I mean, you can go on our link tree, you can go online now, and there's, and I always talk about this because I want to make sure everybody knows we're not the only one out there.
Right.
There's the Weed Tube.
Yeah, there's some big shoes to fill.
There's Cannabuzz, there's Trichomes, there's Buddy Jane, and all these already mimic other platforms. Cannabuzz is like Instagram.
Right.
And that started out as a bunch of growers. And then there was a hiatus from TikTok last year, and it grew exponentially. And their back end is actually part of a larger community that kind of does similar to what we want to do, except they have like Lady Gaga and Red Wing Shoes.
Oh yeah, they definitely got a little bit bigger recognition.
They have communities on that platform,
Yeah.
but Cannabis is actually one of the communities that platform promotes as one of their bigger platforms. So there's them, WeedTube. WeedTube was a bunch of YouTubers. It was like 20 YouTubers who got exodus from YouTube.
We've been
it was the
working,
weed
trying to
apocalypse
see,
that happened in about
the-
2015 or so.
And they raised $200,000 in like 24 hours to get that app funded. Yeah.
Sheesh.
So congratulations
Yeah,
to
you
them
put
guys.
the community behind it
Yeah,
with
they
something like
did.
that. You
Yeah,
can definitely
yeah.
pull it together.
So there's other apps out there. We're just trying to fill in those gaps that aren't being filled and giving more content creators and opportunities that aren't out there.
Right.
We're already working with brands like BarkBox. These guys called Flicker Lighter. It's a patented fidget spinner / lighter case. We have
Yeah, gotta keep them hands busy, man.
right. Yeah, these
Got a lot going
these
on,
are all
man.
over the country. Find them on you
Well,
can find them on our
definitely-
link tree and all that. And and other dip devices, Puffco. Like we have affiliate deals. We have all kind, and we have our whole entire this is one of our designs. Canna Creator. That's what we call our content creators.
Canna Creators,
It's a
yeah.
Canna Creators. So.
Got a whole brand, a whole bunch of sponsorships already locked
Or
in.
affiliate brands,
affiliate
yeah.
marketing,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all the. Damn, man, it sounds like you've got it pretty much under lock. That's a lot to unpack all at once. Speaking of which,
Definitely.
we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we're going to continue with my man TJ and the Canna Creator. We'll be right back, guys. What's up, guys? Welcome back. All right, here we go. So we have definitely been diving into tons of shit that my man TJ has fingers in damn near everything that you could think of with any kind of content creation for cannabis enthusiasts, social media gurus, anybody trying to learn, master classes, lots of things going on, man. So keep it going, man. What else you got cooking?
Well, we just actually had to cancel our Growers Cup, unfortunately.
But we do have the growers.
No, 420.
420,
Yeah,
right.
we had to cancel our Growers Cup here in Las Cruces, the first annual, unfortunately, due to lack of ticket sales and all that. Our investors just didn't feel like it was conscious enough to move forward with the
Do you think it was a price thing, or what do you think?
We really do. We don't think down here in Las Cruces that events that charge, especially if they charge and don't allow consumption of cannabis right now, are a thing. We can understand. We were at a dispensary that could possibly have had their consumption license passed and fully licensed by the time the event happened, but it was still
Up in the air. That's
up in
that's
the
a
air,
risk,
yeah,
boy.
yeah. And we did 420 successfully without consumption this past 420. So we learned from that. We took what we learned from that. We took what we tried to do at 710, and we took what we saw, and then what we've seen around all the other events that have been happening in the area over the last year.
Yeah.
And we learned from it, and we were like, you know what? Let's revamp this. Let's move it to the plaza. Let's make it free. Let's jack the price for vendors. Unfortunately, that's the only way that people see value and will participate. And that value, though, that revenue is just going to go right back into the event and make it even that much better. We're totally, almost completely tinting over the plaza because we're in April. It's
How big is the plaza?
Yeah, it's gonna be wild.
We will have we'll have 10, 20, we'll have 50 vendors.
Damn.
On the plaza.
On the first run.
It'll be our
second run.
Yeah,
Second
it'll be
one.
our second. Our first one we had almost 30. So yeah.
Yeah.
This one
Congrats on that, man. The growth is
yeah.
there.
Yeah,
And
we had over 1,000
It's
people.
slow, but it's true.
We had over 1,000 people show up, and there was no consumption, and a good chunk of those were from El Paso, and that's actually who we are trying to target with the events here. We want our Las Cruces community to come out, but
Right.
El Paso is where the money's at. So that's our.
There is a lot of money in Las Cruces, too,
There
though.
is.
And as long as these fuckers come and support one another,
come on
it's
out.
crazy how
Come
much
on out.
the circulation of money will stay here.
Right.
But
And that's what
yes.
we're trying to do. We're trying to bring that El Paso money in, and then so that way it can get disseminated through the community, and that's what we're doing. We're bringing on. And when I say I jack the prices of our sponsorships, it's not necessarily cash. It's the value that we get out of it.
And
We're
what
looking
so
for-
what are you throwing at like
I mean,
table
our
prices
basic
for that?
our basic venue vendor table, which is just it will be we're looking at including a 6-foot table now. It's going to be under a tent, underneath a big awning tent. There'll be.
So you
gonna
provide
be-
all this stuff?
We're going to have the tables, tent, the big tent, and all
Jeez.
that, so they don't have to bring out their little tents because it's April, New Mexico. The wind blows and blows and blows, and people will blow away. We had vendors blowing away in April. So we have the capability now to actually bring out huge party tents,
Okay.
party tent, white
little
tent,
bit more
like big top
sturdy.
tents that are a lot more
Yeah, them
sturdy. That will
circus-looking
be
ones.
strapped, and yeah, they'll be
Yeah.
bolt,
They're
they'll
like,
be strapped to the
there's
ground.
sandbags and
yeah.
shit.
No,
Cool.
no, actually, there's a
Like bolts and things.
there's
like
a hook. There's mounts in the plaza.
Oh, shit.
Underneath plates that they'll.
Oh,
Come
they
in
they ain't fucking
yeah,
around.
Yeah, we're not playing. When they put them in when they built the plaza. So yeah, we were just actually out with our tent company yesterday doing our walkthrough and all that to discuss how we were going to do it and the setup and all that. So yeah, we're going to do. It's going to be 5 20 by 20s with a gap down the middle, and that gap down the middle actually will go over the sundial, and that's going to be the Enchanted Trail.
Okay.
So
I
we're
see
gonna
what you
have
did
some.
there.
We're gonna have some poles and lights and designs and stuff down through the middle, and then there'll be 2 rows of tents. The vendors are actually going to be back to back, so people can come up underneath the tents, check out the booth, and then come and walk through. Our food trucks will be down one side. We're gonna have a contest stage. We'll have the main stage going.
Damn, man.
gonna have
Sounds like you got a lot going on.
We're
Food trucks and everything else
everything
galore,
munchies.
too.
Yeah, and it's not confirmed, but the city of Las Cruces is working on possibly passing some sort of outdoor public consumption.
Hey, that'd be
like,
cool. Well, you heard it here
stuff,
first, so let's hope so.
Hey.
And
And
put
we
it into
are-
the universe, man. That she's always listening.
And we are working with the state to try to get some sort of licensing that will allow us not to have a retail location on site.
Okay.
So that and other licensings that will make events like this more feasible.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we're doing.
Is that a
We're-
lot to go through with the state and the city
we
and
have-
everybody else?
Well, we've
while
been
still trying to
coined-
make an event happen?
Well, we've been actually working on it with the state for another project, another event that we're doing. That's just what is that? April, May, June. That starts almost 8 weeks after 420. So we've been working on that for the last 4 months now, up in Belen, New Mexico. That we have 20 acres up there that we're doing a 9-weekend festival
Oh,
covering
shit.
9 genres of music. It's called
festival.
Pot Stock Music Festival.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
We've been working on this one for quite some time.
I have been working on this one quite some time.
For 9 weeks?
It's going to be 9 weekends long. The season pass for that's actually $710.
Okay.
So that's 36.
Compared to most of them, that's pretty damn good, no?
36 days of entertainment. Doesn't include camping or anything, but you get access to the grounds for 36 days for $710. The VIP upgrades $3,500, but still combined with the ticket price, like you said, it beats a weekend at Coachella. It beats a weekend at EDC. Like you're paying $3-4 grand almost to go to Vegas with your airfare and all
Yeah,
that.
those
Oh,
chips
yeah.
are definitely
Yeah.
pricey.
And we're 45 minutes outside of Albuquerque. We're 40 minutes from Sisters. We're you can literally Uber food to the campground.
Nice.
Like we're there. That's how, and we will actually have that accessibility. We have a separate gate to the property that drops our Uber drivers right on property.
That's
so
cool.
if you need to order, they're gonna have a map. They'll have.
Oh yeah, they're
when
definitely
they show
gonna
up at
need
the
to
gate.
order.
When they show up at the gate, that will tell the drivers where the person's camp is, and yeah, all the camps will be numbered and all that. And so we got 20 acres out there. We're filing for a consumption license for our 4.5 acre main stage. It'll be consumption with retail, so we're gonna have a dispensary on site for that.
Sheesh.
So yeah, that was
Well, shit,
that's what
man.
we're working on.
That's quite the fucking
so
load.
we got 420. That basically is our precursor. Let's get some of these kinks out on a smaller scale. That way we can take that and duplicate it 9 weeks in a row.
Right.
And
9 weeks is a long time, man.
We felt like doing them straight through was a lot easier than trying to spread
Come
out,
back and
come back, because we can hire our staff on site for 9 weeks. They can live on site for 9 weeks. Our schedule would be, guests would arrive on Friday and be gone by Monday afternoon. By Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday morning, we've got sites cleanup already happening. By Thursday, we have all supplies and all that coming in, our loads and all that. Friday, we start it
all over again.
Start over, rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
And we've got a team of almost 15 people on.
Oh yeah, they're ready to go. Yeah, boots on the ground. Let's go.
We've got sound. We've got security, health, property owner. The city and county is waiting for the state to give us our licensing. And we're about to rezone the whole We're about to rezone our main stage is getting rezoned into a civic center. And then after our first event, we're probably going to end up buying the rest of the 1,000 or so acres that are around our property owner. Between me and her.
We're going to get some Burning Man thing going on up there, man? Tree burning?
Well, the thing is, in 1950s, the land that we were on was bought. It was about 200,000 acres. And it's like the size of Albuquerque, Los Lunas, and Las Cruces combined. And it was bought up. And it was sold off to people on the East Coast. And when they started coming out and showing up to the properties, they're realizing you can't live on it. It's all yucca plant and natural grasses and sand. Like, there's some farmers, but there's cows. Like, it's cow land. So what's the best way to use cow land? Festivals. That's the best thing to do. That's the only way. Something non-permanent that you can scale if need be. There's plenty of space for whatever you need to do, and then it disappears. So, yeah, we're all about being a green event. Yeah, basically kind of like a mini burn or all the burn, EDC, because we have 9 genres of music. It's 9 weekends because it's 9 genres. We're coming rock, country, R&B, jazz, hip-hop, pop, reggae, ska, and I know I'm missing one, blues.
Damn. So, yeah, you're covering all the genres across the board.
And then we have 2 stages. So we're going to have Friday nights, it's going to be DJ on second stage. For our pre-parties, and then Saturday, Sunday will be the main parties that we're actually looking at potentially allowing an additional up to 40,000 people on the site. Just for Friday and Saturday or Saturday and Sunday performances.
Wild.
Yeah. So there's a lot. We have the space. We have the support. It's from the community, from everybody we've talked to so far. Everybody's behind it. Everybody wants the revenue. What we're trying to do. So, yeah, we've been working on the licensing to get that legal, so that way we can have dispensaries on site.
Oh, yeah, keep everything.
But, and all that. But we're doing our own retail site and all that now as well, so we have that just as the backup, that if we can't get legislation changed come January, February, because we are working with some legislators to try to get some policies changed and all that. If it doesn't happen, we have our backup plan already in place.
Shit, yeah, man. So,
that's what
it's gonna happen. First off, top, it's gonna work. So
we're trying.
I hope it does, man. I know it
sure.
will. It sounds like you got all the bases covered. So, usually now, true to that, I also do like to cheers to the success that you got going on, man. So I respect that you don't drink like that. Yeah, well, there you go. One time for you too, man. So I definitely want to cheers to you, my man TJ. Thank you for being here on Whetto's World.
I appreciate
that. Is super dope. I always like to ask too, what does do what I want mean to you, man? How you feel like that fits in?
I always do what I want.
Right.
I mean, I'm a disruptor. I've been in Las Cruces since September, and I've had numerous entities and individuals try to silence me. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to keep doing what I want because obviously if you're trying to silence me, it means I'm doing something that
You're
nobody
working,
else is
yeah.
doing.
Something right.
And I'm hustling and I'm grinding and it's causing problems for you. So, yeah, I'm doing something right.
Well, cheers to that, man. I'm proud of you to see
yeah.
it working out for you. If
Appreciate it.
anybody's trying to reach you and work with you, how do they get a hold of you?
Most apps, I'm StonerTok app. And then I'm TJ Owens on Facebook. So, yeah, and LinkedIn. So.
There you go, man. Hell yeah. Well, shit. You guys heard it here first. You better keep your fucking calendars ready for a 9-week stretch.
9 weeks, and it's June 30th through August 28th. And then 420 Islam 420 at the Plaza de las Cruces. So,
Okay.
And that'll be most of the day. We haven't fully hard set the time on that yet. We're
Okay.
playing
Still
around with
working
it.
on the
Yeah.
kinks, but we will
But
definitely.
we don't have anything that day in the plaza happening, so that's why it's great. It's a Thursday because on Wednesdays and Saturdays we have issues if farmers market's there. We're limited on the time we can be.
Right.
So yeah,
Gotta be respectful.
Right. So in future years it might not be on 420, but any year that's not going to conflict with something happening in the plaza, then we'll be on 420 in the plaza. So.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Well, there you guys have it, man. So you heard it here first, damn it. Y'all be sure to tap in with my man TJ. Find him on all his social media outlets, platforms.
All everywhere,
Download
including
the
our
fucking
own app.
Stoner
so.
Talk, all of it, man. You already know if you guys want to shop with us, that's DWIW.shop. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Discord. You fucking name it. We're in there like swimwear, baby. My man, it's from my man TJ. It's your guy Whetto and my man Chef Neff. Till next time, guys. Cheers.
Bye.